Hi everyone, this is Amber Stevens again. I really liked the lessons this week, especially the video by that professor. I really like how he talked about when even though he thought he was doing a really good job at lecturing, it wasn't really making a difference in the students' learning. And it wasn't until he engaged them and had them work in group activities and made them do more of the learning on their own that it started to make a difference. And I really agree with that. I've seen that with my students when I was teaching at a college. You can get up there and lecture and you can be a great presenter, and they just look back at you with blank stares, and it isn't until they sit down to do their study or to do their homework that they really get into the information and start to remember that information. So I tried to incorporate more like games, like Jeopardy games or Kahoot games, where they could work together, or it would force them to look through the materials on their own, so that finding the information would help them to learn the information a little bit more. With the articles, I really enjoyed the LinkedIn article by Kate with a teacher who created a doll to look like her deaf students with hearing aids. As a parent with kids with special needs, I really like to hear stories about that with teachers who really care about their students and want to show that inclusion. A lot of times your children are with the teachers longer than they are with you throughout the day, and so you want to make sure that they're with somebody who really does care about them and is going to give them the attention that they need. I know with my kids, my son goes to a school who's 30% autism students, and then they teach the other general education students about autism. So they explain, this is why somebody might act like this, or they might do this, and it's not because they're weird, it's because they have autism, and that's what that means. And it really makes those students take responsibility for the kids with autism, and it has eliminated a lot of bullying, and it's created inclusion. So that teacher creating that doll for her students helps to create that inclusion and makes them feel involved, and it makes the other students not so scared of them and more understanding and inclusive of them. And then I tried a new app. I've used Kahoots before, but I tried Quizlets, because they also have a program similar to Kahoots where you can have a game and it's interactive. I do a lot of presentations for dental professionals for tobacco, and so I wanted it to add in a lot of more interactivity. I have some interactions where they work in a group. I'll ask them to talk to each other about what they've learned so far, or how they can incorporate that into their practice, but I wanted to add a little bit more of the game elements in it as well. The Quizlet is really good. It makes them come into a group and work together, because all the answers are spread out across their phones, so not all the phones have the answer, and they have to work together and look at each other's phones and different answers available to get the right answer. So I think that's good. It helps them collaborate more with each other and learn from each other and get to know new people, but it's hard to do in a big group. So I need to look into more applications for that.